NASCAR is as American as baseball and apple pie. Every year, our sport honors our nation's heroes with some amazing paint schemes and stories. But we have to ask ourselves, what is the greatest patriotic paint scheme of all time? Today I'll be rating the top 10 greatest patriotic paint schemes in the history of NASCAR. I'll start with some honorable mentions, and then I'll rank them from 10th to 1st. And at the end, we'll reveal who gets to go home with the trophy. Before we get to the top 10, I want to go through some honorable mentions. And bear with me, because there's quite a few cars in this category. I couldn't pick a favorite, so I definitely had to include some of my cars that I've collected over the years. First up, we got the Austin Dillon, and this basically is any Bass Pro Shop scheme, whether it's Austin Dillon or Martin Truex Jr. These Austin Dillon and Martin Truex Jr. Bass Pro Shops, they're quite common or popular, however you want to say that. This Chase Elliott Napa car, Jimmy Johnson's 2017 48 Lowe's Patriotic paint scheme, just a solid all-around paint scheme. I love the use of the color and the geometric shapes on the paint scheme. Next honorable mention would be the 2018 Kyle Busch M&M's car. He actually won the Coca-Cola 600 in that paint scheme. And then to round off the honorable mentions category, I've got two Austin Dillon cars, the 2018 Dow Salutes, specifically because it had the names of 1,300 U.S. service members on it, as well as the 2019 Dow Salutes car, which to me just feels like a throwback to that Dale Earnhardt 1996 Olympics scheme. So both of those I thought were pretty cool. Alright, number 10 on the list is Bubba Wallace's 2019 United States Air Force Flying Tigers tribute car in the number 43 Chevy. Just a beautiful looking paint scheme, an iconic, I believe World War II is when it started, Air Force paint scheme, something that you've seen time and time again. Even to the modern era, the A10 Warthog features a similar nose cone paint scheme, obviously a little different because it's a Warthog, but just a beautiful paint scheme, awesome tribute to the armed forces, being the Air Force right there, and just a beautiful car all around. At number 9, I have Martin Truex Jr.'s 2021 Bass Pro Shops 911 tribute car that he ran at Michigan and won in. I think it's a great use of the red, white, and blue, and obviously sticks out even more in our memory because of the fact that Martin won in that paint scheme. At number 8, I have two cars, which is kind of the same paint scheme but different cars, and that's Ross Chastain's number 1 and Daniel Suarez's number 99 Jockey flag car, a paint scheme that they ran I think 6 different times or so in 2023. For Jockey had a promotional thing going on about their American collection, and so they ran this paint scheme, but it's just an absolute amazing looking paint scheme, just a great looking car. I have it in diecast form, and I think it's awesome. Just really fits the bill of that patriotic paint scheme. At number 7, we have a car which I have the diecast on my wall right back here, which you can't see because it's covered by the American flag, but that would be Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s 2014 88 National Guard car, the one that he won the Daytona 500 in 2014. A very awesome looking paint scheme and a very special moment for the sport, with Dale Earnhardt Jr. getting that Daytona win sort of towards the end of his career, kind of marking a resurgence from a really big slump that he had. And the car, being a patriotic National Guard theme, obviously puts it into this category of like really nice patriotic schemes, but also really important to NASCAR, and so it just has a lot of overlap there. It's a really collected diecast, and I have a couple of different versions. Winter Circle version that's on the wall back there, and then I have a few others, but just overall in the collecting community, a really sought after and awesome car. At number 6, we have a car which has a 6 on it. It's the number 16 of Greg Biffle, the 2005 National Guard livery. This is the livery he ran for the whole year, I believe. The National Guard, obviously being the sponsor, obviously has a patriotic tie to it, always has that patriotic paint scheme, as we've seen several times in this video. But this paint scheme to me is really special. Just really love the way the Dayglow yellow of the National Guard logo and the 16 pop on the car. Obviously the patriotic backdrop just really makes those stand out, and just overall a gorgeous looking car. And then obviously it's made even more special due to the fact that it was a Grade Biffle car, and Grade obviously passed away this year. So beautiful paint scheme, awesome car, and a little bit of a tribute there to Grade Biffle. Alright, at number 5 we have Brad Keselowski's 2020 Miller Lite race win version as well. I have this car in my collection. Nothing more frustrating as a diecast collector than having too many cars to know where they are. I can't actually find this one, but it is a beautiful car in my opinion, and again, sticks out more in my memory because Brad Keselowski won this car, and when he did win, instead of doing the typical checkered flag out the window, they did put the American flag out the window. So just an amazing moment, huge patriotic moment right there in sports history, and for Brad Keselowski as well. I think he's actually won a couple times in the Charlotte 600 or Coca-Cola 600, the Memorial Day weekend race. I think the other one was in 2016, if I'm right on that one. Could be off, but this 2020 version looks really good. I love the simplicity of it. The American flag is almost a subtle part of the paint scheme, mostly white, and then draped over the doors is that American flag, which I think looks really good. At number 4, we have Jimmy Johnson's 2014 car. This is a Lowe's car, and again, awesome design here. You got the stars kind of making the patterns and breaking it up. Just looks like a fast car. And then obviously Jimmy Johnson went on to win in this paint scheme, and so just that combined with the visuals of the car, it's not your stereotypical kind of put a flag on a car kind of thing. It's more of a modern take, maybe, that you could say, where they've got these skewed and stretched stars over the paint scheme, but still looks amazing, looks really great, and it's really unique, right? Different than most of the cars out there, so that is why it's so high on my list. At number 3, we have pretty much the opposite of what I just said, which is we have a car that is almost just take an American flag and throw it on the base of the car, but we have Dale Earnhardt Sr.'s 1996 Olympics car. Obviously with the Olympics coming to the United States in Atlanta that year in '96, Dale ran this special paint scheme to commemorate the event, or advertise the event, I guess. And just one of those paint schemes that if you're into NASCAR, obviously you definitely are into Dale Sr., you know Dale Sr., and this is one of those times where he wasn't in the traditional black, and just something out of the ordinary for him, and I think it looks really good. It's a really nice looking paint scheme as well. Almost to the final car. Up next we have the second, and that's going to be Dale Jr.'s number 8 flag car, Budweiser flag car, which I actually have here with me. Wanted to bring that out for you all to see. I do obviously have some pictures which I'm going to overlay right here, but for me this is definitely one of my favorite pieces in my collection. I think this car just really stands out, really awesome looking. The patrioticness of it, right? During this era in the early 2000s, early mid 2000s. Lots of patriotism going on. Obviously we have, we're in the middle of War on Terror, and just a really awesome paint scheme and a patriotic moment, in the sports history. It's Dale Earnhardt Jr. He's one of the biggest stars in NASCAR, and it is also a huge departure from his normal paint schemes, being the red Bud number 8 with the DEIE on the side of it. Obviously replacing those iconic colors and imagery with the blue and the flag just really add to the sense of like, this is something that's special because it's so different. Alright, the moment we've all been waiting for, the number 1 most patriotic paint scheme in NASCAR history, in my opinion. Once again, we have Jeff Gordon, a 24 car, ran in 2010, Car of Tomorrow era. Obviously, I am talking about his DuPont red, white, and blue Flames car, which in my opinion just beautiful looking car, awesome visuals, replacing the idea of the sort of like flag, like the stripes and the stars and everything, but taking that and modifying it to be the flames of the DuPont scheme are just, it's absolutely awesome. I mean, I don't think you can get more patriotic than that, to be honest. I mean, it's just an awesome looking car and a really, really great paint scheme. With that, let me know what you guys think about my top 10. Obviously, it's all subjective. There's a little bit of everything in there, but let me know what you think. Did I get any wrong? Is there something I missed on the list? What would your number one car be? And if you have any other honorable mentions, put them down in the comments below. Appreciate you guys watching the video. I hope you guys have a great one, and we'll see you in the next video.